Good afternoon, Draughn High School. This is Philip Trutel, and I'm going to be judging you guys this afternoon in the area of percussion. Looking forward to your production, and hopefully the comments that I can make are going to be helpful for you. And looking forward to hearing your show. We'll be back here shortly. All right. Looking forward to your show here, folks. Hope it's a good one for you. Nice. On the front ensemble stuff, I think just in general, just kind of a note on those cymbal rolls. You want to be as close to the edge of the cymbal as possible. It gives you a lot more response that way, and additionally, the sound is much more uniform. So you can really work on those rolls, making sure that it's a nice bell curve. Ooh, we got some old school Mylar heads on back there. Is that what I hear in the snare drums? Sounds good.
His name was Dante.
Okay, yeah, so on that suspended cymbal roll that we're going into, really want to make sure, like I said, that you push those mallets all the way out to the end of the cymbal so that it's a nice bell curve, it's a nice even crescendo. You don't have to work quite as hard with it. So we want to make sure that we're always getting good sounds out of our instruments. Yeah. So maybe with that crash and the end of the crescendo, you can really roll on the side of that. Yeah. Nice on those diddle snare drums. At that tempo, I might have opted for singles, but you did a nice job. Yeah, so at the end of that phrase there, we can really give it just a little bit more volume. Chum, 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 chum. Just really, really, really play it out. Let it ride out through the end of the phrase there. Chum, 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 chum. Just give it a little bit more oomph at the end, as it were, there.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Nice, xylophone. That's some nice stuff. Ooh, I like the textural stuff that's going on in the soundscapes there. 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, nice. So yeah, in the front ensemble, especially with those block chords that you going on in the marimba there, we want to make sure that we're really turning our wrist. You don't want to lock up that wrist, because that means it's going to. Yeah, that was a good suspended cymbal roll right there. But anyway, with those block chords, if you're not turning your wrist, if you're just primarily using a lot of arm with that, it's going to choke off the sound of the bars. So nice job, bass drums. Yeah, that's good stuff. I think just in general, like I said, with the phrasing, jump, 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 we can just really allow that in volume to just get a little bit louder. Yeah, so let's make sure that when we're going from make sure we're ready for that hand speed change. Sounds like it might have caught some of us by surprise there. Yeah, that was a better job on the end of that phrase. And then, generally speaking, front ensemble, we want to make sure you guys are doing a pretty good job of this, but we just want to make sure that we're listening back to what's going on in the battery behind us, so that way we can really line those sounds up vertically, because what the battery is playing is going to reach my ears first, or the audience's ears first, and so you need to put your sound inside of their sound, just to make sure that it sounds together.
Staring to the peaks.
Dum 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 dum. Yeah, timpani can really pull the sound out of that drum here. Yeah, again, kind of the same thing that we were talking about earlier. We want to listen to what's going on in the tenors behind us, so that way we can really put that sound inside of the sound back there. That was nice. Yeah, let's like I said, let's make sure that we're all on the same page as far as the rhythmic interp goes, and just be prepared for those hand speed changes. Jump dum dum cha ta ta dum chop dum dum dum. Nice, yeah. Yeah, just in those suspended cymbal rolls, because we're at the end of this phrase here, we can really bring that up in volume-wise, yeah. It's pretty expressive, though, as far as like the stuff that's going on in the front ensemble. Yeah, again, marimba, we want to make sure that we're not locking up our arms here. Just relaxing in the wrists, and on those inside two stuff, just want to make sure that we're really, really, really rotating there, pulling the sound out of the bars. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. That was the end of the phrasing that I was kind of hoping for there. Yeah, that was good. So I think if you can just kind of apply that approach across the board, that'll be really good. These lower dynamics are really nice, guys. I like the stuff that's going on in the soundscape. Kind of lends itself to being kind of spooky. Or spoopy, as it were. Yeah, nice. Bass drums, I think, just at the end there, just because you're so exposed. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Those drums carry a lot, so sound-wise, so you can really bring the end of that phrase down. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Okay, I'll do it since you trans down. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, I think with that phrase again, you're the only thing that's going on there, so you could probably give it just a little bit more volume. Let's make sure that we're being really aware of the rhythms that are going on around us, so that way, I know it's kind of tricky because you've got three people that are spread across 5 yards, you know, so it's tough to make sure that everybody's hitting at the same time, but just make sure that you're playing, really lining up and being familiar with what the responsibilities are. Oh yeah, the bass drop. Oh, that was nice. That was a good split between the xylophone and the vibraphone stuff that was going on there. That was good. So in general, I think stuff that's going on in the middle to lower register in the marimba, I think we might reconsider the mallet choices that we're going here, because it's just getting a little unclear. We can really bring out the difference between the accents and taps. Nice. Yeah, I could have used a little bit more, especially if that's like the very end of the program. I definitely think I could have used just a little bit more on that, on the end of that phrase there, as far as like cymbal rolls and stuff like that goes. Because generally speaking, that's great to have, in the in maybe the marimba and the vibraphone. But I think definitely you can use the end of that phrase to your advantage, as far as use those cymbals to really bring out the end of that phrase, because it's just kind of a because if you just end the phrase with this is a compositional thing, so I know this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how you guys were playing the parts, but compositionally speaking, like I said, I would probably have just at least a singular suspended cymbal roll going into the very end of that phrase there. Generally speaking, nice job, guys. Like I said, I think we want to really make sure that we're listening front to back, make sure we know what's going on behind us. Front ensemble, just really want to make sure that we're being diligent about putting your sound into the sound of the battery that's going on behind you. So that'll go a long way for you. In general, I think we've got a pretty good grasp on the music. We just want to make sure that we're playing with good technique and playing with good sounds at all times. Particularly in the marimba, want to make sure that we're loosening up those wrists a good bit on those double vertical strokes. You've got some good four-mallet technique. I think you just might need to spend a little bit of time working on your inside two rotation and just working on those double vertical strokes in the wrist. So other than that, on the whole, nice job, guys. I wish you guys the best of luck. Hopefully my comments were constructive for you all, and looking forward to seeing what you guys do with the rest of the season. Best of luck.